Live, live, live. What is happening, beautiful humans? I am super grateful that you are here. Thank you for taking some time to get this weekly update from me, Craig Goldberg, founder here, co-founder here. Dom, I love you at inHarmony Interactive. It's an emotional day for me. I don't know exactly where this is going to go. We're going to see, but man, having one of these days where I get to think and dream big, having one of these days where I get to really let my imagination run as to the true potential of where our company is going, it's exciting. It's definitely emotional, and it has been a roller coaster of a day. So we're going to go through kind of the stuff that I want to talk about today, and then I'm going to riff for a little bit about our place in the world and the impact that our technology can have and the amazing folks that we work with. Really, like, all sorts of things coming up for me on this incredibly hot day at 109 here in beautiful Las Vegas, and super grateful to be here. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Our inventory updates, you'll see we're down. Sound Lounge is down to 38. I expect a bunch more to go in the next couple of days. I've had some incredible conversations with some pretty incredible people. Many of you watching are probably one of them, and I am grateful. So I know we got a lot more sound lounges going into new homes. As I posted last week, we will very likely have a short period of time where we're out of stock, as our next order is already placed. But I'm just noticing how fast we're going to sell through these 38 sound lounges, which is bananas to even think about. And I am super grateful for it. Practitioners, we're down to 16. A couple more have gone in the last week, and really a couple more than that, because I know there's a few more that are going anyhow. There's lots of great things going on. Plenty of black meditation cushions left, although I am looking at a 100-unit order. So that's going to knock us down really, really quickly. And of course, we're down to 61 beige meditation cushions. So for those of you in our affiliate network that are talking to folks, for those of you that are thinking about and considering larger orders, I was just talking to somebody that's interested in 4 to 12 sound lounges, trying to decide which one of those spas it's going to go into or how many. I've got another franchisee, or franchisor rather, that I'm talking to in Colorado that has 17 franchisees. Each one of those is going to get 1 or 2 sound lounges. So there are some big things that we're talking through and working through, and Dom and I just continue to push our limits as to how big of an order we can place, how fast we can fulfill, and exactly where this is going. It's all very, very, very exciting, and there are some good stuff on the horizon. Huge shout out to Anthony, our director of content creation on the inHarmony media side. We now have 11-minute and 33-minute versions of a number of different tracks. Let me just look down here in the app to see which ones were released. Releasing Trauma, 11 minutes and 22 minutes. And then the full length version is 34 minutes. And then we've got just the Dig in 11, 22, and 33-minute versions, as well as the full feature, which is 77, almost 78 minutes. And then we've got 11 minutes, 22 minutes, and 33 minutes of ancestral healing tuned to 417. And then, of course, the full version is 48 minutes. Incredible conversations that we've been having in our user group and in our affiliate chat around the different lengths, the different times. I know many of you are running businesses built around this or evaluating to bring inHarmony into your business. And we have committed to offering 11-minute, 22-minute, and now 33-minute versions of these tracks so that you can book out those rooms accordingly, and you can begin to block and tackle. Somebody does an 11-minute session, you can account for that room being taken care of for 15 minutes, right? So the room rental is actually 15-minute increments, 4 per hour. 22 minutes, you can allow for it to be booked out for 30 minutes and obviously do 2 per hour. So we're really starting to define what the business and clinical applications of this are. I already talked a little bit about research and development being a big push for me this quarter. There is some really, really, really exciting stuff that's coming down the pike. I can't share too much on that front as of yet, but we can talk a lot about the business side and the music side. We'll just jump into it. We just finished our quarterly planning meeting. For those of you that are familiar with EOS or Traction, it is a business operating tool that Dom and I have been using for the better part of the last 4 years. And this allows Dom and I to manage the business in a very effective manner that includes and incorporates a 1, 3, and 5-year plan. Dom and I have actually pushed this much further to a 10-year plan that gets updated every single quarter. So we are constantly looking at our core values, where we're going, how we're going to get there, past performance, and how that matches up against our forecast. So somebody just asked me on the phone yesterday how we kind of differentiate. And I didn't even mention this as one of the ways we differentiate because I don't know how other people run their businesses. But I can tell you that Dom and I put an awful lot of time and energy, Anthony and Felipe and Anna and all of our partners, a good amount of time into planning this business, making sure that we have the wherewithal, the foresight, the longevity to see on the horizon, but also be focused on what's happening here day to day. And inHarmony Interactive, which is obviously the production side of our relaxation furniture, manufacturing, distribution, logistics, and then of course inHarmony Media, which is our app, as well as the music and the content that goes into that app. All of it is very, very exciting. Press release just went out yesterday. Today is July 19th. August 4th is going to be our episode release with David Meltzer on David Meltzer TV on Apple TV, Roku, and a hotel network as well that they release their content out on. So that's really exciting. But the business planning side of what we do, we get together every quarter. Actually, we get together every week. We get together every quarter. We get together every half year and then every year as well. And we plan out and we address that VTO, that planning document that we look at and we revisit it. Are we on target? Is this realistic? Has anything changed? Are we adding anything new? Because we're constantly evolving, we're constantly growing, and it's really an exciting time. So let's talk for a second about stress and anxiety and our place in the world, because Dom and I have taken a step back, especially when we're doing planning. Yeah, we're granular and we're talking about, are we on track? And we're having conversations around budget to actuals, and we're looking at our forecast and we're looking at our pro forma, and that's all fine and dandy. But we also get to take a step back. And yesterday we had Anthony in our planning meeting as well. Felipe, of course, Anna's on maternity leave. So we were able to really talk about, hey, where are we going within inHarmony Media? What does that look like? And there's some exciting things coming down the pike, which I'm going to share. Not now. I'm going to let Anthony share those. But we get to step back and we get to dream big. That's a portion of it is, hey, where do we want to be in 5, 10 years? What impact do we want to have? And then, of course, you get to break down, okay, if this is where we want to be, where do we need to be in 3 years to hit that goal? Where do we need to be in 1 year to hit that goal? Where do we need to be this quarter to hit those goals and to stay on pace? This is a really powerful exercise for me because it keeps me grounded in the present moment. And it also helps me keep an eye on where we're going to be and the impact that we're going to have with science and research, the impact that we're going to have on what I truly believe is an epidemic that is already at our feet, and that is mental health, optimal human performance, and where we're going to help each and every one of you become the best version of yourself. This is where I get really choked up, and this is where I begin to think about the impact that our technology has. And I know Dom shares this vision. I know Anthony shares this vision. I know so many of our affiliates and partners share this vision and see it day in and day out, the impact that our technology can have on friends, family, and even ourselves as we hopefully fend off stress and anxiety. We're not making stress and anxiety go away completely. That's not possible. We have co-created a pretty incredible space and a pretty incredible society that is riddled with stress and anxiety. We have a nervous system that hasn't quite caught up with the amount of safety that we are surrounded by. Yes, safety that we are surrounded by. And it gets triggered into that sympathetic nervous system response, that fight or flight. You've heard me talk about this on podcast after podcast, but that stress and that anxiety is always going to be there. How we reflect, how we show up, how it impacts our physical body is the real impact that I want to have on change. Because as that stress comes up, I want us to just brush it off. I want us to just laugh it off and go, yeah, that's cool. Here's how we're going to handle that. I control me. I control the way I show up. I control the way that I feel. I have the power and the strength to look being scared in the eye. My daughter is at a Montessori school, if y'all are familiar, and Monday was her first day. So today is Wednesday, and today was day 3 of dropping her off at school. And this morning she was saying, I'm scared, and I'm nervous. And of course, we're talking to her about how nervous and excitement can cross over, and how it's okay to be scared. It's the power and the strength that's inside us as we push through those scary situations that gives us the courage. You don't get the courage before you push through the scary thing. You get the courage after you push through the scary thing. And a life lesson that sits in there. It's really cool how kids get to show us, our children get to show us exactly what we've learned in the life experience that we've had. So my goal is to curb the world, not of stress and anxiety, but of how we show up in the face of stress and anxiety, and how we can handle that and maintain that parasympathetic nervous system response, that cool, calm, and collected outlook when we are faced with a troubling situation or a world that wants to breed stress and anxiety around us. So hopefully you guys can get a good understanding of how and what mentality Dom and I have in this world, where we think our technology fits and where we want that technology to fit. I had visions today of 10,000 sound lounges going out to 10,000 schools, elementary, middle schools, high schools, universities, to be used for mental health, both from science and research, but more importantly, I wish when I was a kid, the nurse's office had a sound lounge in the office so that it would help me deal with stress and anxiety, because the institutions and the schools that our children are going to brings stress and anxiety. And look, those are good feelings to have. They are. They make you stronger. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, no doubt. And it's that mild trauma that helps us to show up and prove to ourselves just how strong we really are. So there's a certain amount of stress and anxiety that I think is very healthy and very good. And having access to our technology to dissipate that stress and anxiety, to re-regulate the nervous system, to allow you to get back into parasympathetic faster is something that we are going to not only document, not only have documented over the last 6 years, but we are going to continue to document in science and research. And there's a lot of that coming as well. So I thank you for taking some time. I am glad to be here. I am very happy to be in the position that we are in. The best is yet to come. We are here to help you with optimal human performance. We are here to help you get the most out of that mind, that body, that spirit, so that you can touch others and you can help the world become a better place. I hope you have a spectacular day. Thanks for watching. Thank you for being here on a relatively unscheduled. Usually we go live Tuesday at 5 p.m., but that schedule is going to change now that I've got pickups and drop-offs, and anyway, schedule shift and change. Lots of love, lots of gratitude. Thank you for being here. Hope you have a wonderful day.